So this morning it was -9 degrees centigrade outside, so we're a bit restricted in what we can do outside, but luckily because we've got the greenhouses we've got plenty to do even when the weather's really bad outside. So today we're just finishing off clearing up and putting away our dahlias. So at the end of the year, last year, once we had our first frosts, all the foliage became blackened, it died down, we dug them up and we've been drying them off. So dahlias, they store a lot of their moisture inside these hollow stems, inside the tubers. So we dry them off upside down so that the water drains out. And then once they're at a sort of semi-dry stage like this, we can put them into pots. So we make sure that we take off any of the excess wet soil, damp soil, anything that's on the outside. And if you can see here, some of the tubers are slightly rotted, so we would want to take that out as well. So we're basically tidying it up so that it's in a nice sort of clear, easily packageable state. Get as much of that sort of loose stuff off, but we've still got the main bit of the tuber, which is really nice and solid. And then we're going to be putting that into some loose compost, which will act as an insulator, and it'll keep a little bit of moisture in, because you don't want them to dry out altogether. A little bit of moisture, but not too wet, and keep the temperature a nice sort of mid-temperature. And then we'll store these for the rest of the winter in a frost-free situation. And then in the spring, when we start to see fresh growth coming, which will probably be probably about March time, then we'll bring them out and we'll start the whole process again. So this is now ready to go into storage for the winter. So Michelle is busy just clearing off in between the tubers at the moment. So we try and use little bits like sticks or pencils so we can get in amongst the tubers. It's just basic to make sure that there's nothing like huge slugs or something like that that's still living in the middle of the tuber, and then we can package it away for the winter. This is where we're storing our dahlia tubers, and this is because it's nice and frost free and we can keep a steady temperature in here. It's got good insulation in the walls. So we've got all our potted up tubers with all the soil around them, even the massive ones. So this one is a tree dahlia. I mean, this is one of the ones we had to saw up with an actual saw because it was so huge. But they will all sit here really nicely for the winter, be perfectly safe, and we'll get them out in the spring.